Tonight is the Democratic debate, and we have the #1 expert on Democratic debates in the country. Robert Barnett is a celebrated partner at Williams Connolly. He's the foremost debate expert in the nation for Democrats, advised 10 presidential campaigns, a key role in debate prep in 10 of the last 11 cycles. He's played the role of debate sparring partners like Bush, Cheney, and yes, Bernie Sanders, a counselor to Presidents Obama and Clinton and more. I fit it in, sir. Thanks for being here.
Nice to be with you again, Ari. Thanks.
What's the key to tonight's debate?
I think that you're going to see, obviously, some shelling of Bernie Sanders. That's predictable. It can take many forms: electability, down-ticket impact, ability to pay for your programs, Fidel Castro, the list goes on and on. I think you're also going to see a continuation of the to Mayor Bloomberg, who still remains to the more moderate lane, the threat to coalesce.
Let's take each in a row. You mentioned all eyes on Bernie Sanders. Obviously, we have that on our screen. That's, as you know, a Tupac reference, all eyes on me, all eyes on B. But Sanders is someone you played. What did you learn about his strengths and weaknesses doing that?
I've played, as you mentioned in the introduction, a lot of Republicans and a lot of Democrats in these rehearsals over 10 campaigns. He was, interestingly, Ari, the easiest one to play. Why? Because he always came back to his talking points. You'll get a question, he'll give you a couple sentences, and then he'll go back to corporate corruption and healthcare as a universal right, and the pharma and the oil companies. And it's pretty predictable, and it's been successful for him this time around.
Interesting to hear you say that. It's been successful. Now, I promise we get to Bloomberg. Here is someone who is a Bloomberg supporter discussing the last debate and tonight's. Take a listen.
When you had over 60 people attacking him, it was a poor response. He's got to defend himself. I think that you'll see a 180-degree shift tonight. I can recall that the first debate that Barack Obama had with Mitt Romney, they didn't say it was a good debate. But the second debate was different.
Do you buy that rebound argument?
I think that Mayor Bloomberg tonight, if I may be presumptuous and suggest, should probably do the things that he should have done in the first debate. They are three. Number one, he's got an amazing story to tell, and those ads have been omnipresent. But I think he should try to find a way to spend a little time telling people his story. Second, I think he's got to answer the lingering questions. We know what they are: business with China, the NDA, stop and frisk. He's got to have crisp and maybe even self-deprecatory answers to those things. And the third thing he's got to do is deliver his attacks. I'm sure they will be aimed at Bernie Sanders, because he's hoping that the moderate wing will coalesce around him and make it between him and Bernie Sanders. So I think introduce, answer, and attack are the things that the mayor should be doing tonight.
And briefly, is it harder to attack Bernie Sanders when some voters in the primary feel he's just offering more of what other Democrats say they're for?
I think that there's a lot of risk inherent in attacking Bernie Sanders. And really, this whole process is a production studio for Donald Trump's ultimate commercials, let me say. I think that if you attack Bernie Sanders, he could end up being the nominee, so it'll inure to the detriment of the ultimate ticket. Second, there are a lot of Bernie supporters out there, and we saw this with Hillary in 2016, who don't take that well and who conduct themselves in a way that, to his credit, he's condemned, but still goes on.
Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.